doesn't there?
Hey, Don, you mentioned you like to have a guy like that in a bar fight. So any good stories of you, when you were a coach or around the game more, and bar fights with these crazy guys?
Well, I wasn't with the Boston Bruins, but when I played one time, I played in Spokane. Now listen to the defense we had. We had Sandy Stoneface Huckle, Bill the Destroyer Savech. You like that one?
Bill Savech.
That's great.
Connie Mad Dog Madigan. So, and I was scary, I tell you. We had to be, these guys, you had to get up for a practice. Connie and I, but what happened, this is a true story in a bar. There was a long bar, Steve's Smoke Shop, and Connie was sitting beside me, and he finished his beer, and he went to the washroom. So another guy come and sat beside me, and Connie comes, he says, "That's my seat." I think I said, "Well, sit on the other seat." "Oh, no, that's my seat." Well, they got into a fight. Now, you see the movies where tables are flying, like in Tom Mix and under the tables. It went on for about 5 minutes. You never saw anything like it. That was the best bar fight I was ever in. Well, there was another one with the Bruins, but I can't tell it.
Oh, really? That sounds like the...
It was Al Secord was in it, the rookie, so I better not tell you get mad.
That sounds like the greatest story ever, and I want to hear that off the air. Maybe we can go out and have dinner one night.
I forgot about Al Secord. He was another tough guy.
That was a good one.
Man. Oh, man.
Well, I'll tell you if you want to hear it. I'll tell you if you got time.
Yeah, we got time.
We got time.
All right, here we go. We were in Atlanta. We were in a restaurant called The Wharf. I'll never forget it. And we were sitting up high, and I guess we were drinking quite late. I used to drink with the guys too, believe it or not. So the jukebox was going on down there. So the jukebox, the guy pulled the jukebox, and I said to Secord, just kid them. I said, put the music's off. So he puts it back on, goes down, puts it on, and the guy said, then he pulls it out. I said, "Al, that's kidding." I said, "You're going to take that, Al?" He goes down, he's just a kid, and he beat the living out of this guy, knocked his glasses off, stepped on it. I mean, there was something like out of a movie again. It's like, come on, we got to get out of here. I mean, this is ridiculous. The cops are going to come. So we get out. And as I'm going out, I pick up the guy's glasses. The frames are all bent and everything, So I, for some reason, put them in my pocket. So the next day, Cheap Harry made us play at 6 o'clock in the morning. We had to get on the bus, and everybody's at the back, all hungover and everything at the back, and it's really tough. So I'm the last guy to get on. Now Harry's sitting at the front. It was one of those buses, the guys in the front sit at the side. And we had a trainer. Anybody who was injured, he'd say minimum 10 days. Minimum 10. Everybody was minimum 10 days. So
who was that, Forrestal?
Yeah. That was another good story. But an American, he was our guy. He was a Marine, good guy, young guy, died. I'll tell you a story about him. But anyhow, I get on the bus, and the guys are all hung over at the back. So I just reach in, and I see these glasses in my pocket. So I put these broken frames on. So I said to Secord, I said, "What is the guy, how'd the barman do you beat up?" I said, "Minimum 10 days. Boy, they roared laughing. Harry wasn't too happy about that one, I'll tell you.
Minimum 10 days.
Hey, Coach, can you hold on?
Can you
hold on?
Frosty Forstall. You remember him, Nick?
Yes, I do.
He was a great guy. He was from Boston. He had that lovely Boston accent like you. I love it. And we were out in L.A., and again, I hate to say this, but we were drinking again, and we're coming back, and we stopped in Las Vegas and give the guys a break. So we used to, in the old days, we'd have the equipment. So what they did was they piled all the equipment in front of the hotel. Now, the guys are in front of the hotel, but Frosty's had a few, so he lays down on the bag waiting for the bus. So he wakes up and he sees this guy grabbing the bags and with the bags. He gets a guy, gives him a shot. It was the bus driver putting them on the bus.
The big bad Bruins.
That's great.
Coach, can you hold on? We have to take a break. Can you hold on for one more segment? All right, great. We're talking to the great Don Cherry. It's Nick and Artie, 800-546-7663. Back with Don Cherry right after this.
Thanks, Don.
Welcome back to the Nick and Artie Show. We are currently talking to former NHL coach, Canadian hockey commentator for the CBC, the great Don Cherry. Coach, do you still have Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada?
Oh, yeah. I've been going for, I think, 28 years now.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
I've been tempted 3 years ago, one of them said, this is your last year. I said, we'll see. She's gone now, by the way. I thought they've been trying to get rid of me, I think, CBC, for a long time, but I just keep bouncing back.
Well, I heard, because you're a very outspoken guy, and we appreciate that as
I
stand-up
got a
comics.
little reprimand too by your producer too. I shouldn't have said a naughty word, but that's okay. Sorry about that.
Believe me,
we caught it in time.
It wasn't a reprimand. We love you, man.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're going by FCC here. You know.
Yeah, you're preaching to the
Who do
to
they
the choir
play
here.
for?
Nobody.
You got in a little trouble. They put a 7-second delay on your broadcast, which we're familiar with. We have a 40-second delay here on our show. So you were speaking, but it started with a discussion about guys who wear visors on their helmets. Wasn't that?
Well, what happened was that I said, and they got very upset over it, that I said tough guys don't wear it. And if you look around the National Hockey League, now one tough guy wears a visor. And I said most guys that wear a visor are European and French guys, and they went absolutely insane. But I was right. Some guy figured it out and went through the whole league, and I was right. And all I said was the truth. But they really went wacko over that one. That was one of them. But there's been a few. I said a few things that guys that what was it? Anyhow, I don't want to get in trouble again.
No, believe me, we don't want to get you in trouble, but believe me, you ever need support, you call us. I'll fly up there to support you, bro.
All right, get a guy from New Jersey to fix him out.
You know it, man. I'll make a couple of phone calls. You'll be running that network.
Yeah, listen.
I think he already is.
Artie Imperatori comes from New Jersey. He was ATA Trucking, and he owned Colorado Rockies, was the hockey club. And he fired me after 1 year, but it was Arthur Imperatori. I guess you never heard of him. And
No.
You know him?
I know a lot of Imperatories. I'll get into it later.
Yeah. Anyhow, he owned the Rockies, and he was a good guy. And but he fired me anyhow.
Let me ask you a question. Did you like him more than Harry Sinden? I know you didn't have a great relationship with him.
Cheap Harry.
Well, we had a good. We started off. We used to play, and he played for a lot of teams I played against, and we started out good friends, and then near the end it got very, very bitter. It was very, very bitter, and usually that's what happens with me. It ends up bitter, but he's not bad now. You get old, I guess you get mellow a little, so it's not bad now, but it was, when I left it was not too good, I'll tell you.
Hey, Don, I wanted to ask you, you have a unique fashion sense. I love your suits and your jackets. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I started... when I was coaching Rochester, I had a lot of plaids, and people seemed to like it. And then I started to coach the Bruins, and Bobby Orr got me into the tailor stuff, and people started to tune in to see what I was wearing. So they used to wear a jacket, blue jacket for Hockey Night in Canada, and I said, I don't have to wear one of those things. So it's just gone. I see Barry Melrose is trying to emulate me here in NBC, but he's doing a pretty good job. But no, I just think they have a good people get a lot of fun. Some of them are pretty goofy, though, I got to say.
Talking to the great Don Cherry. Don, you came in right after, Orr. I know you coached Bobby Orr for 93 games, and then
I
left.
I coached him for a year, and these guys in hockey that are listening, Nick, listen to the last year he played, really. The defenseman that will win the Norris Trophy, best defenseman, will probably have 11 goals this year and 50 assists and be plus maybe 30 or 40. Listen to this. He was 46 goals, 89 assists, and he was plus 123. Nobody's even come close. I mean, he was God. That's what we used to call him in Boston, God. And they had a thing there. Yeah, really. And they had a contest. Who was the most popular athlete of ever in Boston? And it was Bobby Orr. And Larry Bird. They asked him why he was staring up at the ceiling all those years he played. He says, I used to look at the banner of Bobby Orr, and he used to inspire me every game. So he was next to God, I'll tell you.
I got to meet him. I remember being a kid waiting at the Liberty Tree Mall in Danvers, which is my hometown, for 2 hours to shake his hand at the Liberty Tree Mall. Then I got to meet him a few years ago at a golf tournament. And my hands were shaking. It was like meeting God. I get so nervous.
They had a rink. Danvers Twin Rinks. We used to practice.
They're twin rinks.
Yeah,
that's right. I played a year of JV hockey there.
It was who came in third? It was Bobby Orr. Bird, number 3 in Boston history. Favorite athlete is Oil Can Boyd. People don't know that. Hey, Don. I want to ask you something now. Let me ask you, as a coach, how would you handle this situation?
We only have 2 minutes left, by the way.
Okay, yeah. As a coach, how would you handle this? There's a great rumor that I choose to believe that when LeBron James and Delonte West were playing on the same team in Cleveland, they were teammates. Delonte West seduced and slept with LeBron James' mother, which is the craziest.
What?
Yeah, that's a rumor.
That's a rumor, Don. Now, how would you handle that if you heard one of your teammates? If you were the
Now,
coach,
wait a minute. Who
team,
slept with who's? Give me
Delonte West and LeBron James were both on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
And supposedly Delonte West seduced and slept with LeBron James' mom. This is not a joke. You can look this up. This is a rumor that I choose to believe. As a coach, how do you handle something like that?
Well, first of all, how young was LeBron, and how old was the guy that slept the other guy with his wife, like his mom? What was
Delonte West was about 24. LeBron's mom was about 46.
Well, I wouldn't be upset too much with him. I'd be upset with his mother.
I would too.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Right answer.
Right.
Listen, any port
We got
in
1
the
minute.
storm, you know how that is. You know how that goes.
No. Any port in the storm.
No, I never had that one. I had a few of them though, but nothing like that one. I don't know how I don't know. I don't. That would be a good one. But that's kind of cheesy, sleeping with a guy's mother. I mean, okay to sleep with his wife, but his mother—that's a little something. I never heard of that.
Hey, Coach, we can't thank you enough. This has been a thrill for me, growing up a Bruins fan, and we hope to talk to you again real soon. Good luck up in Canada.
Okay, well, listen, give me that mother's number, will you? Because I'm butter.
Hey, Don, I'm from Jersey. I have two heroes, Bruce Springsteen and Don Cherry, my friend.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Nick. See you later. Toodaloo.
See ya. Don Cherry, everybody. It's Nick and Artie.
We got to get him.
Back after
We got to
this.
get him LeBron James' mother's number.